spot. On the spot.
Welcome to On the Spot. I'm your host, the world famous Colors. I have a special guest here today, not only just a special guest, but I have a new employee today with Marko Records. Can you tell me about your position?
Hello, I am the new choreographer for Marko Records. I will be teaching and also dancing alongside other dancers in various shows and behind people when they're performing, you know, artists, and even when they just need dancers.
Okay, so tell me, how did you get started in this dancing business? What inspiring you? Just
The start or for?
Just the feeling, you know, when did you get the desire?
Okay, I've been dancing for a long time, since I was about 3 years old. And I got the desire to want to take dance and make a career out of it when I was about 15 or 16 years old. And I just stayed in dance, and I grew. And once I got too old to be someone's dancer, I started teaching dance. I've taught various ages, from kids all the way to adults.
So now with your new position with Marko Records, what do you have and what you're going to be working on for 2024?
We're going to be working on a lot. Okay. Definitely making sure that me and all of my girls, could be bad, all of us, we have to be in tip-top shape, always ready for someone could call us one day and ask us to be there tomorrow. Not saying that that's okay, but I'm saying that we have to be ready. I just want everybody to stay ready, so that way we don't have to get ready.
Right. So when y'all rehearse for a show, how long do it take you to get ready for a show? Say, for instance, if you have 30 days for a show, how long do it take for you to get ready?
Okay, if there's 30 days until a show, we need to be ready. I mean, like, had dress rehearsal, everybody knows their stuff by at least 2 weeks prior, so that way there won't be anyone like straggling along, you know, like, yeah, everyone will be on the same type of time.
How long do it take for y'all to rehearse? When you planning a show, how long do it take for you to put a show together?
Okay, for a small show, in reality, my dancers are trained, so we all can show up to one practice and be ready. Now, for a big show, I would say 2 to 3 weeks practice, and we're ready.
Okay.
know?
So tell us a little bit about Kay.
I would say I'm dedicated. I like to put drive behind the things that need to get done, so that way when it comes to the things that I want to do, it's even more fun, if that makes sense. Like, when you already have the drive to get things done, then you're really going to want to get things done that are fun.
Right,
yeah.
so you coming on board with Marko Records, are you really excited about coming on board?
Yes.
I'm excited for you, but what about yourself?
I am really excited. I can't wait to see what the year has. Yeah, like, I've already been introduced to a lot of things, and I'm excited to bring more people in and keep growing.
Okay, so how many dancers do you have?
Right now, there are 3 dancers aside from myself. Yeah, we don't want a large group yet, but yeah, as of now, there are 3 dancers aside from myself.
Okay, so do you have different routines from gospel to R&B? What's the levels of dancing do you have?
That's a good question. I have done many different genres of dance. Right now, I would say when we perform, it's a mixture of everything. It's a mixture of contemporary, some majorette, some hills choreography. It can have everything in it. So, I mean,
You do hip hop?
I was gonna say, yeah, I'm never against doing gospel though. Like, that's how I grew up as a mime dancer. So if that's on the table for me to do, then I would definitely.
Yeah, because we want to make sure Marko Records have all the dance moves and all the choreography that you have to offer.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, how long have you been dancing?
I started dancing around 3 or 4 as like a flag girl at church.
Okay.
And I got into mime dancing at other churches and with my church. Once I hit about 10 and 11, then I started majorette and training in different fields like contemporary and jazz. And I never really stopped. Like, even when it comes to learning new things, I'm always open. Like, I've been to a few hip hop classes. You know, like, I like to learn from other people also. So it's always good to keep extra things underneath your coat, because you don't never know what you have to pull out.
So what's your goals for Marko Records?
I would say my main goal would be to get us out there. Like, we need to be known in Paris. We need to be known on other sides of the world.
Are you talking about like orbit?
All the way around.
Okay.
All the way around the world.
Okay.
Yes.
So you coming on board with Marko Records, you're going to take us to orbit, right?
Yes.
Girl K, my girl, when you out on that stage, how are you feeling when you just so excited being on that big stage? Tell me about how your adrenaline be feeling, girl.
When you get on the stage, it's like, well, for me, my experience is like when I get on the stage, then there's nothing that makes me nervous anymore. Like, anything that could have been done prior to or should have been done, you know, we're here, and all I know is we gotta do the best we can do. Literally, like, girl, I say when I get up on that stage, that's when I leave K behind and the diva comes out. I'm ready to listen. Kayon departs and Miss Diva is front and center. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I like to just tear it up. Like, I like to leave the floor different than how it was before we got there. Gotta put your baddest on the floor.
Tell me how you demand your respect from your dancers.
Okay. I'd say when it comes to gaining respect as a dancer, as a choreographer, first off, I give respect, so I only accept respect back, if that makes sense. I would never tolerate anyone disrespecting me. Secondly, once we all respect each other, that's how the job gets done, because can't nobody's job get done if nobody respects each other, disrespects each other. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I
you
got
have to
you.
have a level of respect, and it's not just a one-way thing. Respect goes both ways, so I give it, I get it.
So you have to put that hammer on them, huh? So how you put that hammer on them? What you do to them?
Discipline, like disciplinary action.
Yes, when it's time to get down.
There's a lot that I use as far as exercising,
Okay.
because exercising, when you have it as a discipline, like 50 push-ups, nobody's gonna want to do things that would result in disciplinary action, you know?
Oh shoot, so Kay don't take no stuff with these dancers, girls. You doing your thing. Tell me about your solid support team.
Okay. I say that I have a very solid support system from not only my family, my siblings, to out in the world. There are a lot of people that know me through dance, and I've never had a bad rep, if that makes sense. Like, even not in the dance world, I haven't had a bad reputation behind things. So when it comes to doing my thing when I dance, people just like it and they just support it.
Okay, so when you dance and you doing your thing, so are they screaming your name saying, Kay, go Kay, go Kay?
Yeah.
How do you feel when you make the audience feel that way when they say go Kay?
Hearing someone I know in the audience, or even someone say my name, it just, like, you could be going at 120% and it'll make you go 220%. Like, I don't know where I pull the more percentage out of, but it just makes you go harder. Like, it feels good. And I remember growing up and always having, like, my mom or a coach, someone yelling my name while I was dancing, and it always kept me going. When someone says your name, anything that you're feeling that will possibly make you want to quit, all of that goes away. All the nervousness, everything goes away. That means that you're doing something right.
So are you really excited about your dancers coming on board with Marko Records and y'all dancing behind the artists? And I know you're going to be doing your own thing too. So tell me about that.
Girl, I'll say I am so excited. Like, it's going to be big. I'm excited to be dancing alongside a lot of artists. I'm appreciative for Marko to put me and my dancers in place. Also, like, off the shows, you know what I'm saying? Like, even when we're not behind artists performing, we still have other things to do. We're going to be doing a lot of traveling, making a lot of content. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a lot of new experiences for everybody. I'm excited.
Girl, after interviewing you, you make me want to do the two-step. Can you tell me what inspired you and how you feel when you're doing your creation and choreography?
The creation process to the choreography. That's a great question. I say when it comes to choreographing, I like to hear music. Once I hear music, I hear multiple beats in the music. I like to listen to a lot of like 70s funk music, you know? Like it gets you it makes you want to move every part of your body, and then you just start putting certain pieces together, and it'll be like, oh, that's a little dance, you know? And then you just keep piling on, and as long as it's flowing right, and like, you get in the groove, like you just get into a whole groove, and it's like, well, some choreography is created.
Do sometimes you feel that like when you dreaming at night, do you think of some ideas?
What's crazy is that I've grown in a dance environment where if you are not hearing the music that you dance to in your sleep, then you haven't rehearsed hard enough.
Sometimes when you sleep, do you ever get up in the middle of the night, like after you thought of a dance move, and get up and start moving? Like, you don't dancing and rehearsing? And how long do it take for you to do that?
Believe it or not, when it comes to, sometimes at night, I could literally be getting tucked into bed, and it'll be like, oh no, I need to go get this choreography out of my head. I need to go and record this so that way I don't lose it. You know, like I don't forget about it. And some choreography, you have to sleep on. Like, you can be up at 2 o'clock in the night, putting some stuff together, go to sleep, and wake up and know exactly what you did. Like, know exactly how everything goes together. Like, does that make sense? Like, yeah.
Do you write all this down, or you remember it in your head?
Sometimes. I would say sometimes I like to write stuff down, but it's kind of hard when not all dance moves have a correct term. Like, I can say, put a leap here, but it's like, what are you doing for the other 2 minutes and 30 seconds of the dance? You know, so it's like, I'm more of I like to take notes by recording myself. That way I could rewatch and I could see, okay, I like this part, I like this part, these are the parts I'm gonna keep. You know, it's easier than writing it down, because anyone could read it like, what does this mean?
If someone want to get in contact with you in booking, how would they get in contact with you?
In order to get in contact with me for bookings and all other inquiries, you reach out to markorecords@gmail.com.
You keep your eye on Kay. She the one. Y'all gonna see some hot stuff. Y'all better get lit now. She gonna show you what she working with. Girl, it's been so good interviewing you today. I am so glad. I cannot wait till we start getting down with Marko Records, girl. I am so glad to have you on our team. It's been so good interviewing you today. I'm your girl, Colors. If you would like to be on the spot, you can contact us at 614-844-5150, or you can contact us at markorecords@gmail.com.